platform. So we are looking at bringing the industry to the classroom, the industrial practices to the classroom, by bringing guest lecturers, by talking with them what we are offering, and then we also take this to the industry. We've been doing internship, industrial training, but for a very short time. So this time it's an opportunity for us to have a very close linkage between Mbarara University and the industry. So we have periodic arrangements for different consultations at local and also national level. So what we've done so far, we've almost completed the labor market analysis, because we have completed 640 surveys among students. That's a very huge number, and right now we are analyzing that data. We are also lucky to have completed 24 key informant interviews with key industry players, and I'm lucky, like Dorothy said, we used the formulation mission. I like the approach of UNESCO and CFIT arrangement, that by the time we are at implementation, we are actually already implementing the project. So that gave us a very good grounding for that, and to have a very strong orientation within the institution. So we've done that, and we've already developed the Alumni Tracer Study Survey tool, which we are rolling out next week. We have also finalized the pilot for the staff survey, which is part of the labor market analysis, and that will be run online because most staff are now off campus, so we'll do an online survey. Finalized that. We've also been able to finalize the structure of one of the short courses, because under the reskilling and skilling, we are looking at 3 innovative entrepreneurship-based short courses, which are going to help students get hands-on training. So we have finished one on bioorganic farming techniques, and we believe that our next intake for this, after accreditation from the Directorate of Industrial Training, should be around July. We should have the first cohort of training. So we already have trained champions who are able to do this, to make an organic fertilizer, to make biogas and all that. The other training courses will be in line with herbal medicine production, because we have the element of biopharmacology. So we have a very good niche. We already have a good platform of very good incubators. So we want to have that accredited by the DIT, which is our Directorate of Industrial Training in the Ministry of Education and Sports. Then the other course will be in line with ICT development of applications, innovative applications. These apps are going to help many young people, because they are now fancy with ICT. So we believe this is a good ground, and we have a very huge amount of collected prototypes that are already available in different faculties. So our labor market analysis is holistic for the whole university, but for the short courses, we are going to be more specific on agrobiopharmacology. And lastly, we've been able to have internal buy-in. So we had a very good inception meeting for the partners within the university. So the whole management is on board. As you're aware, our Deputy Vice Chancellor works closely with me as a very close project person. And the Vice Chancellor is very much enthusiastic to see this move. So we are happy for that buy-in. And late this month, we are going to have a national consultative meeting where we are bringing industrial players and different partners on board. And I believe I'll be in touch with Dorothy, because we have a lot in common that we have to harmonize. So we will have that. We have already booked a venue at the Industrial Research Institute at URI, and they are very much enthusiastic to see us move on. So we are very optimistic that we are doing well, and as Mbarara University, we are delighted to have a very good coordinator, Saba, and our reporting process is helping us to keep on track, and we believe a lot will happen. So despite the challenge of signing the agreement late, but we hope we can still meet the target for the first year. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. I think they've both made a pitch for students, so please send them their way. They need more international students on their campus. And those countries that haven't ratified the Addis Convention, please do that. I'm taking this opportunity so that you heard the Director General yesterday talking about the Global Higher Education Convention, which means that, with Zoom and everything, with post-COVID, in a post-COVID environment, there are going to be so many students getting degrees from universities all over the world. You're going to lose track of whose degrees you're going to accept and whose certificates you're going to deny. So please, I would really encourage you to ratify, ask your ministers to ratify the Addis Convention for increased regional within Africa student and faculty mobility. And you can also attend, their students can attend Makerere and Must University, just like their students can come your way. Thanks so much, and thanks again, Chingling, for inviting us all here for this opportunity to meet one another in person. Thank you.
Thank you so much for all these exciting news. And I'm aware of the time, but first I just want to say how happy I am to be here in this room today after 2 years of Zooming for the CFIT project. We started right before the pandemic, but all of you are being amazing to overcome these challenges. I remember last year, in 3 months' time, we conducted over 40 consultations across all the 6 countries involving more than 400 people online from Africa, from university, from the government, from private sector, civil society, student body, alumni. So that was an amazing experience for me. I remember attending meeting from 7 until 6 p.m. non-stop, but it was a very true learning experience, also learning from each of you. So I have whole confidence in the CFIT project. Being with you in the room today and knowing all the development, it's true that some of the signing of the contracts were slightly delayed, and some countries are progressing faster than the other. But I have to say, it's not about delay or being slow. It's about everybody has your own pace. This is also why in the project formulation and inception phase, we insisted to drive on this highway. So this is very important. And next up, I'm going to keep you for another 10 minutes just to give you some more exciting news about what is happening at the UNESCO HQ level and regional level and the upcoming programs. So I'm aware our technical team has to leave to cover another session. If you have to go very soon, please don't worry. We really appreciate your help. And for our interpreters, I thank you so much for this long session. But unfortunately, I have to keep out all the 4 outcomes of the CFIT project, including the information intelligence, curriculum, program review, assessment methods, and also here I want to let you know that it seems that in the first contract, some countries started in November, some countries started in January. So in this first cycle, you go at your own pace. And the next cycle, I'm going to send you another email and inform you about the time. You can go at your own selected time period for this 12-month period for every contracting. So don't worry about that. And then this is what I showed to you during the launch meeting. We are going to have our midterm review around 2023. So after 2 years of implementing this project, we're going to review what happened, what can we do better, and then the external evaluation will happen in 2024. And then this is important to you, the project update. Every 6 months, there will be the project update, which means the first one will be in June, the coming month. So we will ask you to send us a document telling us briefly what happened, what are the progress in next month. And then the annual progress report, because every country, you have your different project cycle now. So I'm going to uniform the reporting cycle to June and December. December for the annual reporting, and June for what happened from January to June, so it's clear for all of you. And you can also factor this into your own work. You can always plan a project meeting at your institutional level, country level, in May or November, right before the reporting. This could be helpful. And then the calendar will be looking like this now. Project update in June and work plan adjustment in December. I want to bring your attention to the one here. In September, I sent you an email already about the capacity development and open dialogue program. Thank you so much for your feedback to the survey. and it was January that I sent out. And interestingly, you all selected project management as one core element that you want to learn more about and know more about. Second one is outcome number 3, about competence-based assessment methods. So we're answering to your call. We collaborate with the University of Oxford, with an institute based there, to right now the programming is already underway. We're trying to engage top experts in this area and practitioners in this area to give you more information about how to develop competence-based assessment methods. And I already connected you with the expert working on this, and she will get in touch with you to listen to what is happening at your institution. You can tell her frankly about your expectation. So the designing of the program will be entirely up to your demand. And then I'm going to talk about the 3 elements UNESCO is working on. Now every country, you're already implementing your project. We're working on 3 things, basically: knowledge generation, on youth skills development, capacity development, which is the program that I just talked about. It will be every year. The first cycle is on competence-based assessment. Second year, we will sit down together, decide again the topic that we want to proceed with. Maybe entrepreneurship. I was talking with a very established entrepreneurship center 2 weeks ago on mission, and trying to see if we can collaborate with the center to come up with how do we design and integrate entrepreneurship into the curriculum. It might be useful, and we can talk more about this later. And partnership building. UNESCO regionally and internationally, we're also reaching out to partners. And at your local level, you're collaborating with the industry, with the government, with the civil society. So at the UNESCO level, we're trying to collaborate with more partners, so we channel resources and expertise through the CFIT platform to the project countries for our benefit. And this is how it looks like specifically. We would call this the CFIT outcome enabling ecosystem. Through these 3 core elements, we're building this ecosystem that will help every university and country to proceed better. It is a project with concrete activities, but it also requires the external environment to be built to support every university. This morning I attended a session, and the person is talking about entrepreneurship, but they were always saying university has to do A, B, and C. From my perspective, universities also need to be supported through such ecosystems, so you can support the talents better. It's not fair to put all the responsibility on the shoulders of universities for youth skills development, because at the end of the day, it's a social issue. It's a national development issue, so we have to work together. It's about partnership. So that's why on the partnership building and networking part is also very important. And then the blue box will be concretely what will happen. For the knowledge exchange and generation, we already have the CFIT Insight every month to you, and I would like to hear more from you, update in your country. Whenever there is an activity or some progress, do send us some update so we can share it with all the countries, because it's maybe twice a year or once a year we're in the same room. But we want to know what is happening in the other country. It could be an information or inspiration or a chance for collaboration. So please do update us. And then for the knowledge generation, we are also collaborating with the Institute more or less on higher education, higher technical education development. It's led by an expert in global higher education. And later we will also send out information to invite each of you to submit a paper talking about your own experiences on developing this project or generally on youth skills development. And this could be a knowledge product generated through the CFIT project that will benefit the larger community, not just the CFIT countries. And then capacity development, I talked about the targeted training programs. And also at the institutional level, there will be technical backstopping and on-site visit. That being said, because of COVID, we couldn't go to any of the country, any of the university. But from next month on, we are planning to go incrementally to the different countries and universities and to see what is happening and to talk with the students. And I hope to see you very soon in Africa. And last part is about partnership building and networking. I talked about the established partnership umbrella to enhance visibility and channeling resources from UNESCO regional offices and HQ to the CFIT countries. That is what I'm doing, and I will keep you updated. And I'm also identifying partners internationally that might bring those expertise into each of the country. And sometimes it could be an open call, and you can tell me, okay, I feel this partner is relevant. Can I work with them? And then I will try to make the linkages. Then the second one I want to talk about is up to you. It's the University Industry Forum at the regional level or at the national level. We have 2 universities per country. We have 1 national focal point. If you would like to organize a national industry university forum or a regional forum, because we just had the conversation and also the point from Professor Sanya about how we can all work together. There were common elements we're working on. Also, when we think about student mobility, the students are studying in one country. They might go to work in another country. So the economic situation is also regionally or internationally. So that's why I really encourage you to take this idea, the university industry collaborative forum. I know something is happening in Tanzania context. There is such forum like this organized by the ministry. And you can look into that, and there might be some structures already existing. We can build our effort on top of that. And from UNESCO HQ, we would love to support you. If you would like to take on this challenge, this initiative to bring everybody to the same table, and then we see how new initiatives could generate or be fostered through such collaboration. If we're talking about partnership but not really talking with the people, it will never happen. It's like if I don't bring everybody here today in this room, you will not know what is happening in another country, or identify certain activities in another university that you can collaborate with. So, simple idea. So, I've been running through very quickly for the sake of time. So this is everything I want to share with you today, and we will have more time to discuss after the session. Tomorrow there will be the last day of the conference, and I hope you enjoy your stay in Barcelona with the World Higher Education Conference. And I also encourage the field office colleagues and collaborative colleagues from the universities and countries to talk among yourselves. Today, I hate to stop any of you when you talk because I love listening to you. So I wasn't very strict on the time. I was like, I want the people that I really admire to talk. So we don't have time, as stated on the program, for a collaborative discussion, and it's too late to keep you for longer. So I wish some of the discussions informally could happen during lunch break or coffee break. So have a nice evening, and thank you so much for everything. And I want to thank the UNESCO Field Office colleagues and also Xue Chan for helping us, and our camera team, the technicians and interpreters. You've done an amazing job for working overtime. Thank you. We will take a group photo. So, sorry, just one last point. We will take a group photo before you go. Let me